What is up, guys? Beancrew49 here. This is Bean Around the World, the series where I tour Xbox One maps you may not be familiar with. Today, we're joining Endless Candy in his epic world. You guys are about to be completely blown away. One of the craziest things you're about to see at any point. He's been working on this for 7 months. Keep that in mind while you're looking at this world, guys. A Valley of Iris. I am the god of color. I am everywhere you see. I am everything you see. Oh, man. We're in for a treat. Let's just go up. Let's just go up and see what happens, shall we? Uh-oh. Very reminiscent of some other Bean Around the World participants. We got some art going, guys. Who says that Minecraft is not an art form? Did anyone ever say that? I'm about to prove them wrong. Endless Candy is an artist, no matter which way you slice it, guys. No matter which way you slice that bread, it comes out artist. Okay? This guy is, he's a concept artist in real life. He's also in high school. Keep that in mind as well. He's been working on this for 7 months. He's in high school. That means he's got responsibilities that he's got to go to class, I don't know where to begin on this world, guys. First of all, there's a backstory. The backstory is that around this entire ring, he's going to terraform mountains just like this one. He's going to go all around that ring, and basically, this is where the villagers live. Now, they've been told that they're living on sacred ground, so they're reluctant to move from their homes. They're living in the shadow of this huge, ginormous complex, the art. And they're living in the shadow of it, but they're afraid to leave their home because they don't want to leave sacred ground. So they're living. They have no idea what this epic art piece is. They're just living in their little lives, and they're trapped in their little mountain homes, basically. And he doesn't want to give away too much of the story, so we're going to leave it at that. There is a backstory, though, guys, and you know how much I love backstories. Oh, I love me some backstories so much. Some glowstone art. Man, we have seen some great glowstone art, and this ranks up right there with them. Look at that. Hobo for Life comes to mind a little bit. Joey Jojo Yo comes to mind. WT Delta comes to mind. Just the people who treat this game differently. They don't treat it like... Speaking of Joey Jojo Yo, I think he had a hand in those lamps right there. Joey, he leaves lamps behind wherever he goes. I know he does. We got a cool effect here on the ground. He's got these little particle effects coming up. Harder to see during the day, I think. Maybe at night it pops a little bit more. But oh my goodness, the details, guys. The absolute details. I don't know what to say to you guys right now. This series is supposed to be a series where I leave feedback. And Endless Candy, I'm going to tell you the good, I'm going to tell you the bad. But there's not really much, there's not much to criticize, basically. It's like, how do you criticize art? You really can't. But I will find something. I do have some things in mind that I can help you with a little bit. Just a little bit. And just in my experience, I've been around the block a few times. Not to say I could ever do anything like this. Who could? Not me. He's got the red, the blue, contrasting. He said that, what really keeps him going, what keeps him motivated, and this has resonated with me very strongly, is a lot of people quit on their builds. And it's a sad thing because we all have talent, we all have skill, we all have vision to complete our builds, but not all of us do for whatever reason. Sometimes it's just out of your control. And he keeps going, he keeps building because he wants to finish. He wants to be the guy who finished his epic project, and he wants to show you that it is possible to devote yourself to one project and come out the end finished and completed and just glowing, basically. And he also, he wants to, be a beacon of Minecraft light, but he also wants to show the PC guys. He wants to show them that, there's not a lot of console builders doing it as big as they are, but there are console builders doing it as big or bigger than they are, because they got Minecraft Edit. They can edit stuff in very quickly. We have to put every single block down individually. That was an accomplishment. It's been a feat just by itself. Oh my goodness. So mad props to Endless Candy for just being a leader in console Minecraft and just showing that hard work and dedication yields results. It really does, guys. You know, it doesn't seem like it, but you know, when you're in day 3 of your build and you're starting to get a little bit discouraged, that's the banker breaker time right there. You know, you're going to be tested all throughout. So if you can't get through the first week, you're not going to get through week 50. Trust me on that. So you got to find inspiration, guys. You've just got to. I think that's going to be something. I don't know actually what that's going to be. That looks creepy. Like that's going to be a big statue if I'm right. Oh man, there's so much more to go, but he's done so much already in such a short period of time, 7 months. We're going to look at this in the daytime, and then around halfway through the video, we're going to switch it to night, and it's going to be like 2 different places. He said he likes to build with the daylight cycle. That's something unique. Ever since I got the option of turning off night, I've been working the day non-stop. But, you know, he doesn't have the interference of ceilings. You know, in Desolation, we're always indoors, building inside with no lights, no electricity, so no glowstone, no nothing. So it's a lot easier to build during the day, but he's got the luxury of building at night because this build is meant to be seen in both the light of day and the darkness of night, so it's good to build in both just to see how it appears in different lights. Now, the one thing you're going to notice, guys, here, and this is the one thing I think the best part of this build, in my opinion, is he's going for layered textures. Now, it would be so easy to make these walls 2, 3, even 4 thick, and that's what most people do. Heck, I don't think I've ever made a wall more than 5 or 6 thick. I don't think. He's going 20, 30 deep. Do you know what kind of depth that gives you? That's why this map is eye candy. That's why he's endless candy. He's endlessly playing with the foreground, with the background. He's creating, he's playing with these things, with lights and shadows, and the textures just all come together to create a visual smorgasbord of just candy. That's the only way to describe it, as candy. If you look at it up close, it's nonsense. I did a video on this recently. Just sometimes to really make your build stand out, they have to look like nonsense when you're up close, because when you zoom out, the textures and the depth play with each other, and they create these just to look at it behind here, they create these not illusions. The illusions aren't right, but what are they called? Optical illusions, I guess, with the eye. Is just the eye is always working. The eye is always working, so there's always something to do. It's a feast for the eyes, is what this is. This is a feast for the eyes, guys. Look at this. He's got archers just shooting off into the ether. Who knows what they're shooting off? I don't know. They're probably I don't know what they are. But man, look at that. They're just all in line like little soldiers. So cool. I'm really feeling this build, guys. This is one of my favorite builds on the consoles, pretty much. I'm not going to say one's better than the other, because we're all unique and we're all offering different things. He's offering the eye candy, and you know, this is really incredible just to look at and just to take it in. You know what I mean, guys? Look at it. He said that, like I mentioned before, he said he's not really OCD, but he's a stickler. He's an attention to detail is what really also fuels him, you know? He's not, like, crazy about it, but he wants things to be symmetrical. He wants things to be even. But at the same time, he is doing some juxtaposition. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Guys, if you don't know what juxtaposition is, I encourage you to look it up. I'm not going to do a good job of explaining it, but it's when you put 2 contrasting things together to bring out the differences between them. Okay? And I'll explain that in just a moment, how he does it, as we look at the front. So that's the side. That is the side. Let's get to the front. Let's turn off the lights, all right? Let's turn off the... Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh. Well, the lights go out, and it turns into Disneyland out here. Oh, my goodness. I don't know where to start. We got windmills. We got patterns in the wheat. I mean, the wheat's popping. The wheat comes alive. He's made art with the wheat. Did you hear that, guys? He's made wheat art. Give him a like. Give him a like for the wheat art. Okay. So I'm going to talk about I think we're going to show the sword in a minute. Yeah, I'm about to show the sword. So I'm going to talk about the juxtaposition. The sword you're about to see is one of the most detailed things I've ever seen. Just look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at the lines. They're not all straight. They're curving. They're playing. They're dancing. His lines are dancing on the screen right now. Wow. Okay, there's the sword on the left. Okay, this is... it's kind of... The backstory, he doesn't want to give too much up. It's not all solidified, but... He's showing the contrast between good and evil represented in these swords. This is the evil sword. He's going to make the god sword on the other side of the building. So yes, he is going for symmetry, but he's also using juxtaposition, in this case, the good versus the evil, to tell his story. And that just raises all sorts of questions. Who's in charge of this building? They've got images of good and evil on it. Who could they be? What are they doing? Who are they working for? So many questions. That's what you want your build to do, guys, is raise questions. Now, Endless Candy, I promise you I would leave feedback for you. And the biggest piece of advice I can give you, I know that you've been working on this for 7 months, but I don't see any stained glass. Now, if you would imagine for a moment, anywhere there is glowstone, put a specific a color that you want, put stained glass, and see what happens to this build. See this build turn from eye candy to candy. If you put a lot of stained glass all over your light sources, I guarantee you this place will change a little bit. You don't want to overdo it, definitely. You don't want to change the feel of this place. I understand that. But I think adding more colors, and the glass, when it's lit up by light, the glass and the new glass Endless really pops. And I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if that was a conscious decision by you not to add it, but I think you should try it. And not everywhere, but in certain spots, I think glass is really going to add to this. Like in the eye section up there, if some of that was glass, you can even replace some colored blocks, like the green block. You might try replacing it with some green glass and see where that gets you. So, like I said when we did the interview, Endless, I'm not gonna pick apart your build, because this is beautiful art, and who am I to tell you what to do? But I think that could help a little bit. So consider that. Also, maybe the use of lava might make things pop. Maybe very discreet lava. I think you've got it in some places, but maybe bring it about a little bit more. I think maybe a shrine to flowing lava might bring out some more mystery of these inhabitants. Like, why are they worshipping lava? Maybe they can be worshipping water on the other side. Just ideas I'm throwing out there. He's got some sentinels here guarding the thing. Oh, it's so cool. You definitely get the sense of magic and wonder, and definitely the ethereal. The ethereal is the sense that comes to mind when you see this place. This wasn't built by humans, right? Something else built this. The human settlement is over on that mountain over there, and they're so content with their life on that mountain. They're living on sacred ground, and their land they've been told is sacred ground, and they're just living their lives, not too questioning of this big thing that's staring them in the face, that's right in front of them, that they don't really see, because they don't want to see it. But one day they must be confronted by this thing, and answers need to be made, okay? So, the mystery, I'm digging Endless Candy. I'm really digging it. Who made this and why? And I think that having a backstory, guys, consider this for all your maps. Backstory is absolutely crucial. Why should we care? Tell us a story. Make this place rich. I'm talking about you, all your builds. Do not go into a build without a backstory. What happened before? How did you get to this point, and where are you going in the future? We're going to see the future of this build in a moment. I'm showing you the semi-completed parts. He's not done. He's always working on this. Always working. Aren't we all, guys? Aren't we all always working? So maybe there the nether is too much there, I think. Maybe splice in a different color in those nether blocks there, Endless, and maybe some white. But anytime that you have these thick lines, I think you can probably improve it a little bit by adding a touch of color within those lines. So, I like your dainty lines, but maybe the thicker ones could be a little bit more detailed. Look at this. That's the God Sword. You know what I mean, guys? The juxtaposition, the good versus the evil is flowing throughout this build. It's got a very earthy, organic feel. So maybe whoever built this has been on the earth for a long, long time, maybe longer than people. Who knows? Who knows? That's my idea for story endless. You know where my mind goes. My mind goes to the story, and it's helping you think of end games to this. You know, were these aliens? Were these ancient humans maybe who had special powers? They didn't have to. Maybe they used telepathy to move these blocks into place. Maybe they didn't have to use physical labor. Maybe there was a slave race that they had build this. Oh my goodness, the possibilities are endless. Candy. Oh man. I really like his name. It really fits this build. You guys know what? This is his second map ever. His second map ever. He's in high school. What? Guys, age is nothing. Experience is nothing. What matters is you tapping into your creative potential. Something has to unlock your creativity, and you have to have the confidence. You have to believe in yourself. The only reason Endless Candy is at this point now is because he believed in himself. So keep that in mind, guys. It doesn't matter if you can't build to this level. If you want to build to this level and you stay at it and you work at it, you will get to this level. It's just a matter of unlocking your right brain. We've talked about this, guys. This is a phoenix rising from the ashes. Oh man, we saw some sky arts on Hobo for Life, but this is some beautiful sky art as well. I'm digging it. I mean, there's symbolism here, guys. There's symbolism everywhere, and you can read whatever you want into it. You know, it's up to you what you want to read and get out of this. But yes, that is a phoenix rising from the ashes. I believe he's on fire at least. I don't know. He's on fire now. Maybe I don't know what is happening to that phoenix. But yeah. So we're gonna look at the backside here. He's sort of got it stenciled out a little bit, and he says that that's gonna be it. Once he finishes out this stencil, he's not going any further. That's pretty much his stopping point. So he's gonna keep going and going and going until he finishes all this. Oh man. He's had some help from one person. Undisputed Evo has been his guy to help him do the copy pasting. He's working by himself, guys. He's doing all this detailing by himself. He's got one guy to help him with the copy work. So here's my proposal to you. If you see this and you're like me and your jaw has hit the floor and you want to be a part of it, you want to learn from this guy, you want to just experience like the process of building that he goes through, then he is looking for people to help him. If you want to, he's not going to let you do the initial detail work. Of course, it's his art piece. You can't do that. He can do it. But if you want to do the copy work and help him, one thing writers do to get better is they will physically type out the books of their idols. And just the feeling of typing out the words of these great individuals, it's like you're transferring their power into you. So think about that when it comes to helping other builders, you know? Think about that when it comes to copying for them, you know? You're doing the strokes of a genius, basically. And you don't have to be a genius to do them, but they will bring you closer to being a genius just by going through those motions. So keep that in mind. Yeah, and also keep in mind that this is filled with magic. And whether it's the magic of the backstory that's involved in this, or the magic that makes something like this come together. Don't forget the magic, guys. Magic is part of this. And the magic of creativity is all around you. You just have to pluck it. Just pluck it. It's inside you. You can do this. Unlock the artist within you. And you will get stuff like this. All it was creativity and dedication and perseverance. And he's got this. And we've got desolation. I'm not an artist like him. Look, I can't do this, but I worked hard and I persevered, and we've got desolation. I'm gonna keep going, and he's gonna keep going. We're gonna finish these mega projects, and we're gonna show everybody, not just the PC people. We're going to show everyone what you are capable of. If we can do it, you can do it. So I want to take this time to say thank you to Endless Candy. We're going to do a 360 here, look around this world for one last time. Thank you for showing us this world. Thank you for sharing your creativity with us. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being a beacon in this Minecraft community, because this is candy and you should all appreciate it for the delicious sweetness it is. Add some colored glass and you are going to be sitting pretty, trust me. Alright guys, I want to thank you one last time for watching. Please leave some feedback. Let him know how much you like it, what you think he can do in the future, what he can improve on. Leave your feedback. We need it as builders. I'm begging you guys. You've been really great so far in this series, and I really appreciate all the feedback that you give to these amazing builders. I really appreciate it, and so do they, I promise. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if your jaw was on the floor. Happy Minecrafting. Peace.